All right, hello ladies. We are going to talk really quickly about foundation matching. Now this is one of the things that new consultants tend to get really frustrated with because our foundations aren't just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 getting darker for any person. There's actually a system to how our foundations work. Now there's a couple of things you're going to need to do prior to your parties or facials to prepare yourself for matching foundations. Number one, go to the dollar store or Walmart or wherever and purchase some garage sale stickers in green, yellow, and pink. This is going to represent the undertones in our foundations for Caucasian skin. If you end up doing bronze foundations, then you may need to go look into the undertones for those as well. The second thing you need to do on our unit website, Belief Builders area, under the week 4 live skincare class training is an attachment called foundation chart or the conversion chart by Lori Hogg, where she has all of the foundations listed with their skin tone undertone: yellow, olive, pink. And so what does that mean when you're matching foundations? You're like, okay, what the heck? Yellow, pink, olive. Well, a yellow undertone, this is how you would find out what the undertone is. The number one question, and I'm going to use Bree as my customer here, the number one question you're going to want to ask someone is, do you burn in the summertime?
Yes.
Okay, so a customer who is like, yes, I burn, I get super red or pink, or looking at them, sometimes you can see pink in their skin, they're definitely going to want a pink undertoned foundation or foundations that are for pink undertones. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has pink undertones, but it's for pink undertones. Now, if I had asked Bree if she burns in the summer and she says, no, I just tan, oh my gosh, I get so dark, which sometimes really pale people say that, and that's not true, but like if I said that, I was lying. But some people who are really dark are gonna have that olivey undertone where they just tan immediately, they get really dark in the summertime. They're the people that you're gonna wanna put an olive foundation on. The people who say, gosh, I sometimes burn and then I tan, are going to have a yellow undertone. So I actually am kind of in the middle of pink and yellow. I burn, but occasionally I'll get one shade darker in the summertime and get a little tan going. And so it is really just going to be a trial and error, but at least you're going to have a system in place for where to start, how to do it. So the next question I would ask my customer is, do you want a matte or luminous finish foundation?
What's the matte?
Okay, so the matte foundation is going to be flat. It tends to absorb extra oil. You might like it a little bit better if you get really shiny throughout the day.
So if I use a powder on top of my foundation,
you might like the matte better because that's similar to putting a powder on top. The luminous is going to give you a little like glow. So if you tend to have more dry skin or you feel like it's kind of dull, you might like luminous a little bit better to liven it up a little.
Never thought of that. We'll try that one.
The luminous?
Yeah.
Okay. So, since Bree told me that she burns in the summertime, I'm going to try her out in a foundation that is made for pink undertones. Now, looking at this chart, it says, let me make sure I'm looking at the correct chart. What is the star for?
Muted tones.
These ones? Okay. Okay, so with the pink undertone, I'm going to start her off with an Ivory 3. I know she's not Ivory 1. I mean, she's not that light. But looking at me, you might try an Ivory 1 on me, right? But not Bree. So I would take a little Ivory 3 of the Luminous foundation. Now, if you're brand new, you might not have every single color in every single formula. That is okay. Match her up with the correct shade of foundation, and then let her know that if she doesn't love that finish and that you have it in the other option. So for example, if I only had matte, I wouldn't offer her the option, but I would say, okay, so Bree, today I'm going to have you try the matte, but if you're not totally in love with this, we do have this exact same shade and formula in a luminous finish foundation. So give them the option, if you do not have it on hand, Most people are really understanding that you're new, you're not going to have everything right up front, okay? So I'm going to take a little Ivory 3 foundation on my finger, and I'm just going to do a little stripe on her cheek right here. Now you do want to blend it in completely. Don't just leave a white stripe there. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but to me it is very clear that is not the right shade for her. It's really light. But I'm not just going to go to the next color up because it's not necessarily going to be for a pink undertone. Now, Ivory 4 foundation can really match any skin tone. It is a muted tone. It's going to have less pigment, so it can match a yellow, pink, or an olive skin tone. So I could try an Ivory 4 on Brie, but I really think that these are going to be too light on her. But let's see what happens here. It is getting to be wintertime, so who knows? She may be getting a little lighter. This one looks okay. Still a little tiny bit